Welcome back to my channel, the Coin Spot. Today is best top 2 coins, one you want to miss. We're diving into the world of United States coins. Please don't skip this video, so let's get it started. Top 1. The 1979 Germany 10 Pfennig coin is a small yet significant piece of the country's numismatic and economic history. Minted during the era of the Federal Republic of Germany, West Germany, this coin was part of the Deutsche Mark system, the currency used in West Germany from 1948 until reunification in 1990 and throughout unified Germany until the adoption of the euro in 2002. The 10 Pfennig coin was one of the lower denomination coins and was frequently used in daily transactions, making it a familiar object in the pockets and purses of millions of Germans for decades. Historical context. The 10 Pfennig coin, minted in 1979, reflects the period of economic stability and growth in West Germany. This was a time when the country was known for its industrial strength, efficient manufacturing, and rising prosperity following the post-war Reconstruction era known as the Wirtschaftswunder, or economic miracle. The coin was part of a broader set of denominations that included 1, 2, 5, 10, 50 Pfennig, and 1, 2, and 5 Deutsche Mark coins. The 10 Pfennig was widely circulated and served as a practical means of purchasing small items such as newspapers, candies, and public transport tickets. Design and symbolism. The obverse, front, of the 1979 10 Pfennig coin features a simple yet iconic design, a large numeral 10 centered, with the word Pfennig underneath, both inscribed in a clear and modern sans serif font. Surrounding the number are 2 stylized ears of rye or grain stalks curving upward along each side, symbolizing agricultural productivity and prosperity, a motif often found in European coinage as a reference to the importance of agriculture in economic development. At the top of the coin, arching along the rim, is the inscription Bundesrepublik Deutschland, meaning Federal Republic of Germany. This designation distinguishes the coin from older German states and East Germany, Deutsche Demokratische Republik, or DDR, which had its own currency. The reverse of the coin, sometimes called the reverse by numismatists, although in modern usage it's more neutral, features a small mint mark letter just beneath the 10. The mint mark indicates the specific mint where the coin was struck. In 1979, the 10 Pfennig coin was produced in multiple German mints, and each mint is represented by a different letter. A equals Berlin, D equals Munich, F equals Stuttgart, G equals Karlsruhe, J equals Hamburg. Collectors pay attention to these mint marks because they can affect a coin's rarity and value, especially if certain mints produced lower quantities in a given year. Composition and physical characteristics. The 1979 10 Pfennig coin is made of copper-plated steel, a change that occurred in 1967 from the earlier copper-aluminum-bronze composition. The change in material was made largely for cost efficiency and durability, as copper-plated steel provided a similar appearance to the original bronze coins but at a lower production cost. The coin has a diameter of 21.5 millimeters, a thickness of approximately 1.7 millimeters, and a weight of around 4 grams. It features a smooth edge with no lettering or reading, giving it a simple but functional design suitable for mass production and everyday use. One unique feature of the coin is the small minting cross or security feature in the center of the 0 in 10. This was included in all 10 Pfennig coins after the material change and was intended to prevent counterfeiting by making it harder to reproduce the coin exactly using molds or casting. Circulation and usage. By 1979, the 10 Pfennig coin was deeply embedded in the daily life of German citizens. It was commonly used in vending machines, telephones, parking meters, and ticket dispensers. The coin's size, weight, and consistent value made it convenient and easily recognizable, and it remained in circulation until Germany transitioned to the euro in 2002. Even after the euro's adoption, many Germans held onto these coins as nostalgic keepsakes, and they remain a popular collector's item both domestically and internationally. Collectability and value. While the 1979 10 Pfennig coin is not considered rare, having been minted in large quantities, it still holds interest for collectors, especially those seeking to complete date or mint mark sets of German Pfennig coins. The value of such coins on the collector's market depends on their condition, graded from circulated to uncirculated, rarity, especially certain mint marks with lower mintage numbers, and historical context. In circulated condition, most 1979 10 Pfennig coins are worth only a few cents to a few euros, depending on the buyer. However, coins in uncirculated or mint condition may fetch slightly higher prices, particularly if they bear less common mint marks like G or J conclusion. The 1979 10 Pfennig coin is a small yet significant artifact from West Germany's economic history. As part of the broader Deutsche Mark system, it symbolizes a period of post-war growth, modernization, and economic stability. Its durable design, practical size, and iconic imagery made it a mainstay of German commerce for decades. While not a high-value coin in the numismatic world, it remains an interesting and nostalgic piece for collectors and historians alike, reflecting a time when Germany was consolidating its place as one of Europe's leading economies before reunification and the eventual move to the euro. Top 2. The 1950 D Germany 10 Pfennig coin is a fascinating and historically rich artifact from the post-World War II period. It belongs to the early coinage of the Federal Republic of Germany, FRG, commonly referred to as West Germany, and represents a time of recovery, restructuring, and rebuilding after the devastation of the war. Issued just a year after the formation of West Germany in 1949, this coin is not only a practical currency piece but also a reflection of a newly sovereign state's economic and political ambitions. The D mint mark denotes that this coin was produced at the Bavarian State Mint in Munich, one of the main mints used by the FRG. Historical context. To understand the full significance of the 1950 D10 Pfennig coin, it is essential to consider the geopolitical and economic backdrop of Germany at that time. After the Second World War ended in 1945, Germany was divided into occupation zones controlled by the Allied powers. The Western zones, administered by the United States, United Kingdom, and France, eventually consolidated to form the Federal Republic of Germany in 1949, also known as West Germany. This newly established country needed a reliable and trustworthy currency system to replace the inflated and discredited Reichsmark, which had suffered from hyperinflation and lost public confidence. In 1948, the Deutsche Mark, DM, was introduced as the official currency of West Germany, and it quickly became the cornerstone of the country's Wirtschaftswunder, or economic miracle. The 10 Pfennig coin was part of this new monetary system. While the Deutsche Mark was the unit of currency, it was divided into 100 Pfennigs, making the 10 Pfennig coin 1/10 of a Deutsche Mark. Coins like the 1950 D10 Pfennig played a crucial role in daily economic transactions during a period when Germany was rebuilding both its physical infrastructure and its economic systems from the ground up. Physical description and composition. The 1950 D10 Pfennig coin is small and lightweight, yet precisely crafted to meet the standards of durability and mass production required in a recovering economy. It has the following physical specifications. Diameter, 21.5 millimeters. Weight, approximately 4.0 grams. Thickness, around 1.7 millimeters. Edge, smooth, plain edge. Composition, copper-clad steel. Unlike later versions, early 10 Pfennig coins such as those from 1950 were struck from copper-plated steel rather than bronze or brass alloys. This was both an economical and practical choice. Steel was abundant and affordable in post-war Germany, and the copper plating gave the coins a more traditional bronze-like appearance. However, over time, many of these coins would oxidize or corrode slightly if not kept in ideal conditions, especially as the copper plating wore down to reveal the steel core. Obverse, front, design. The obverse side of the coin features a stylized oak seedling growing out of the ground, with 2 leaves on each side and a central stem. This is a powerful symbol of renewal, regeneration, and hope, chosen deliberately by the designers of Germany's post-war coinage. The oak tree has long been a symbol of German strength and endurance, and the young oak seedling represents the new beginning of the Federal Republic following the destruction of the Nazi regime and the chaos of war. Encircling the oak seedling is the Bundesrepublik Deutschland, which translates to Federal Republic of Germany. This was important in distinguishing the new democratic West German state from the former Nazi Germany, and later, from East Germany, the German Democratic Republic or GDR, which had its own coins and currency system. Reverse, back, design. The reverse side of the 1950 D10 Pfennig coin is simple and utilitarian in design. It prominently features the denomination numeral 10 at the center of the coin, with the word Pfennig placed directly beneath it in capital letters. The font used is modern and sans serif, reflecting the contemporary design sensibilities of the post-war period. On either side of the numeral 10 are 2 stylized ears of grain, which represent agricultural productivity, sustenance, and the importance of farming in Germany's recovery. Just below the 10 sits the mint mark D, identifying that the coin was produced at the Munich Mint. Other mint marks that might appear on 10 Pfennig coins from other years include A = Berlin, F = Stuttgart, G equals Karlsruhe. J equals Hamburg. In the early years, multiple mints were used simultaneously to produce enough coinage to meet economic demand. While all coins were produced to the same specifications, mint mark variations are of interest to collectors and can affect the coin's value depending on rarity. Mintage and circulation. The 1950 D10 Pfennig had a relatively large mintage, as coins were needed in abundance for the rapidly stabilizing and growing economy of West Germany. These coins were used in everyday commerce, from buying a loaf of bread to using public transportation. Due to their practical utility and wide distribution, many were worn down or lost, though a good number have survived in varying conditions. Given the date and historical significance, 1950 marks one of the earliest full years of coinage under the West German state, which adds to the numismatic interest. It's one of the first issues of the new democratic Germany trying to establish itself as a peaceful and productive member of the global community. Collectors' value and rarity. In general, the 1950 D10 Pfennig is not considered extremely rare, but it holds significant historical value. Most coins from this year and mint are available on the collector's market, often for modest prices, especially in circulated condition. Coins in uncirculated, mint state, or proof-like condition can command higher prices, particularly if they have no corrosion or wear. Prices can range from as low as 50 cents to €5 for common circulated examples, and potentially 10 to 20 euros or more for coins in high-grade condition or from a complete mint mark collection. The coin's appeal is primarily to collectors of post-war German coinage, those interested in Cold War-era artifacts, or individuals who collect based on historical and geopolitical themes. Legacy and cultural significance. Though small and seemingly ordinary, the 1950 D10 Pfennig coin is a symbol of a nation's rebirth. It tells the story of a people striving to recover dignity, order, and stability after a catastrophic period in history. Every detail from the oak seedling on the obverse to the clean utilitarian design of the reverse speaks to a new beginning, grounded in both humility and hope. While it no longer circulates since the adoption of the euro in 2002, the 1950 D10 Pfennig remains an enduring piece of German history. Many Germans still remember using these coins during their youth, and for collectors and historians, it provides a tangible connection to the formative years of modern Europe. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe on my channel for more videos.